What's up, my friend? Tej Dosa here, and inside today's video, I'm going to run you through the ultimate 5-step copywriting protocol. This is exactly how I've helped countless copywriters and entrepreneurs go from zero to clearing their first 100K. So let's dive right in. I want to make money online, you say. Learn copy, everybody responds. But how, you wonder? I'm a complete noob. Should I read books? Just start writing? Find a mentor? Or do something else entirely? The honest answer is, I have zero fucking clue what you should do. But over the years, I fucked around and helped countless people from Twitter, now X, go from zero to at least 100K per year, with many making way more than that. Now the question is, what did I do? And the answer is, nothing special, to be honest. I just put them through a 5-phase protocol for quickly learning copy, getting good, and using their newfound skill to make money. Inside today's video, I'll share the same protocol with you. Ready? Here it is, in order. Step 1, learn principles of good copy. Step 2, analyze and encode winning copy. Step 3, learn a proven system. Step 4, write. And step 5, ship and get feedback. Now, this doesn't sound like much, does it? Hardly. But this is the fastest and easiest protocol that I know for quickly taking somebody that's brand new to copy and making them good enough to make good money. Good money is a minimum of 6 figures. So let's now break down each step. Step 1, learn principles of good copy. If you want to learn copy and you're brand new to the game, you shouldn't start by jumping into the deep end. This is a mistake. You'll make too many rookie fuck-ups that will cost you time and money and confidence. The better approach is starting by getting a very quick and dirty understanding of the principles of good copy. So how do you do this? You do this by simply reading 1 to 3 copywriting books. The reason why is I don't think you can learn how to write copy by just reading books, but I do think you can learn principles. Just like you can't learn how to play the guitar by only reading books. The principles are the tidbits of insight into human psychology that once combined with direct response copy results in maximum conversions. These principles form the foundation of your copy skill set, and it's important to know them. So, what are the best books to read to quickly learn the principles? This is when you want to choose from the classics. Now, you probably already heard of these, for they are the classics for a reason, but here's the list. Book 1, Scientific Advertising by Claude Hopkins. Book 2, The Adweek Copywriting Handbook by Joseph Sugarman. Book 3, Cashvertising by Drew Whitman. Book 4, Great Leads by Michael Masterson. Book 5, The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy, rest in peace. Book 6, The Boring Letters by Gary Halbert. Book 7, Tested Advertising Methods by John Caples. And Book 8, Ogilvy on Advertising by David Ogilvy. Now, out of all these books, the recommended book that I recommend you start with is Cashvertising. In all honesty, it's not the best copy book, even though a lot of people recommend this, but it is the best summarized version of all the other books. So it's a good book to quickly get up and running. But to really understand the meat, you want to come back and revisit the other books on the above list as well. So with that stated, I also just wanted to include a very friendly note here. Chances are you may be looking at those above 8 books and wondering, where is breakthrough advertising? And it's a good question. After all, chances are you probably heard a lot of marketers call this the greatest book on copywriting. And they're right. It is the greatest book of all time. But in order to truly reap gold from it, you should first read the above books. Otherwise, it's likely to go over your head completely. So save breakthrough advertising for after. Okay, now we want to do a quick and dirty progress check. At this stage, you want to move on to step 2 after you finish your first book from the above list. Don't get stuck reading. This is a big mistake. As you're going through the other steps, you want to be reading the other books. When you're reading each book for the first time, read quickly. When you're reading for the second time, read slowly. You'll get more out of it the second time than the first time, but the first time is required to just get your feet wet so you can move on to step 2. It's worth repeating that you don't want to waste time reading, so you want to read quickly. You should be done with your first book in a day or 2. Speed is key. Then we want to move on to step 2, which is analyzing and encoding winning copy. After you've read your first copybook and are continuing to read the others, you will quickly build up a toolbox of copy principles. But it'll be just that, principles. Yet these principles will open up your eyes to a whole new world of human nature, psychology, and persuasion. This is great. Now what we want to do is combine theory and principles with the real world. In other words, we want to use these principles in action by seeing them applied in real copy that is making real money in real time, with a strong emphasis on the current day, but also a slight emphasis on the past, for good copy is good copy. This will teach us many things and save us from making many dumb mistakes that a lot of newbie copywriters make after they first learn the principles, which is mostly just hitting the market and writing the most hypey copy known to man, such as, I'll triple your conversions, I'll 20x your business, and blah, blah, blah. So here's a few things we'll learn from actually studying good copy. How good copy gets attention by tapping into pre-existing desires. How good copy converts attention into interest. How good copy keeps interest by using a slippery slope and structure. How good copy leverages winning elements to address objections as they occur in real time. How good copy is believable. How good copy is clean, concise, and pleasant to read. So, question is, how do we apply step number 2 to learn the above? And we do this in 2 phases. First phase is encoding. So after you've read your first copybook, it pays to exercise your copy muscle by exposing yourself to good copy. The most proven way to hone your copy muscle is by handwriting a piece of winning copy every single morning for 20 to 60 minutes. Now, I know modern day copywriters meme this, and I understand why. But from my personal experience, I did this for 12 plus months, and it really works really well and has been recommended by the legends of the direct response copywriting world for a reason. That's because handwriting winning copy primes your brain to learn the structure of winning copy. Over time, this structure seeps into your own writing and allows you to write copy that flows smoothly and concisely. So with that stated, what exactly should you handwrite? You want to handwrite both classics and modern day winners with an emphasis on the latter. So inside this doc, which I'll include below this video, here's some classics to encode in your own writing. If you just click on these and open them up, you'll be taken directly to the sales pages. And then here's some modern day winners. I've included the PDF of some banging sales letters that are printing or have printed a large chunk of money in the past. So that's what you want to handwrite. Now, a pro tip is you want to make this a daily habit for 6 months. So wake up, grab a pen and pad, and copy the winning copy word for word until your timer goes off. 20 to 60 minutes is the deal. Do this consistently. And over time, you'll experience huge gains in your copy skill set. While you're handwriting, you want to handwrite as much as you can during each 20 to 60 minute session. After the session expires, stop there and pick back up the next day. You want to handwrite one piece of winning copy to completion before moving to the next one. In the future, you can focus on specific elements of copy, such as headlines and leads and subheads and closes. But in the beginning, focus on the entire piece of copy. So that's phase 1. Phase 2 is analysis. As you're encoding each piece of winning copy from the above list, you also want to exercise your analysis muscle once you're ready for this step of the game. The big issue, however, is at this point in the game, you will not know enough to analyze each copy in an adequate manner. As a result, we leave this for now and come back to phase 2 after we've completed step number 3 below. Once we're done with step number 3, we come back and take each piece of copy we handwrote and analyze it by using the following analysis framework. So to access the framework, you can just click here on the doc and it'll show you exactly what to look for when you're analyzing winning copy. Again, don't worry, you're not supposed to understand any of the above right now. This is why we save this until we've completed step number 3. So let's do a quick and dirty progress check. At this point, you want to move on to step number 3 after you've encoded at least 3 pieces of winning copy from this list over here. After you've done that, you should continue to read copybooks and encode winning copy for 20 to 60 minutes a day, ideally first thing in the morning, but any time is good. It's worth noting that everything we do with this process is additive, meaning we continue the previous steps but add the next step after we've met the requirement. For example, after you read your first copybook, you move on to step number 2, but you still keep reading. After you've encoded 3 pieces of winning copy, then you want to move on to step number 3, but still keep encoding. Step number 3 is to learn a proven system. So at this point of your journey, you know copy principles and what winning copy looks and reads like. Epic, right? For sure. But we still have a big problem. What's the problem? Well, we know the principles of good copy and what winning copy reads like. But the big problem, aka the elephant in the room, is we still don't know how to actually write copy. In other words, our principle muscle is honed. Our encoding muscle is honed, but our writing muscle is still weak. And that's how it should be, because before we can start writing copy, we first have to learn, and learn we have. So now what? How should we hone our writing muscle? Should we just launch a blank Google Doc, put into action what we learned inside the copybooks, and start writing? That's what a lot of people do. And it's better than doing nothing. But this winging it approach creates many problems such as writer's block, lousy low converting copy, and years wasted writing copy the slow and frustrating way. So what's the smarter approach? The smarter approach is to understand the following, for it will save you years of wasted time and effort and take you from 0 to 100K much quicker than any other way. Of course, nothing is guaranteed, and I make no promises, but that is something that you can keep in awareness with respect to what is possible. When it comes to writing winning copy, you need to know and follow a winning system. The right system can turn a role player into a superstar, aka the right system can turn an average copywriter into a very rich copywriter. So for that reason, you need a system you can learn, a system you can use to write, and a system that you can master with time. A proven system that takes you from an empty Google Doc to a Google Doc full of winning copy with consistency and predictability. This means no more operating in the blind. This, in my experience, is what distinguishes the moneymakers from the amateurs. For the former have a winning system for researching, brainstorming, writing, editing, testing, and so on and so forth, whereas the latter just open up a bunch of copybooks at random and just try to wing it. Winging it is stupid and ineffective, because with time, your ability to write winning copy should not only be improving, but also increasing with speed and proficiency. You can only make this happen when you use the same winning system to write copy. By doing so, you get better at applying the system, which makes you better at writing winning copy over time. Learning and eventually mastering a proven system is thus the next step. So what is the best system for newbies to quickly get good at writing winning copy consistently? I don't know what is best for you, but the system I recommend, the system that I put newbies through that has taken them from 0 to 100K, the system that I personally use to consistently write winning copy is called the copy conception system. Now, I don't take credit for this system. I learned it directly from an 8-figure direct response ClickBank Platinum marketer after apprenticing under him for 4.5 years, and it's what I credit for transforming my copy from barely making any money to being able to pull in 50K days. That's profit, not revenue. An important note is, before you think I'm only shilling the system because it's my personal system, you should know that's not the case at all, because you can get this system without paying me a single penny if you choose, but more on that later. I only recommend this system because it has turned more newbie copywriters into 6 to 7-figure copywriters and online business owners than pretty much any other copywriting offer on Money Twitter. And you don't have to take my word for this. You can simply find out for yourself by simply searching the words 6-figure promotions or 6FP plus comedic bizman on Twitter, and you can see all the unsolicited reviews and feedback for the course. Here's just a quick sample of what you'll find. I just picked these out at random. Okay, so the reason the copy conception system inside 6FP works so well is because it isn't a rehash of $10 copywriting books like most courses, but a systematic approach for writing winning copy that breaks down all the steps from A to Z, plus gives you a real step-by-step example of me building a piece of copy from scratch using the system, and shows you exactly how to do the same in real time. So again, not shilling courses here, but if you want to learn more about this, you can hit the link below. It normally runs for $497, and that's a steal, but for a limited time, you can snag it up for only $225, plus get client conversion secrets for free. Now, back to the side note. Remember how I told you that you can get it without paying me a single penny, if you wish? Well, here's the details on that. I didn't create 6FP to make money like most course sellers do. I make my dollars by applying the system myself. There's nothing wrong with making money with courses, and I do make money with other courses. With this in particular, I simply created it because the copy conception system single-handedly transformed my copy skills and life like nothing else, so I wanted to extend the same opportunity to you. In doing so, I also wanted to remove my personal bias so you can know without a doubt that my intentions were pure. That's why I give you the option of getting 6FP by either paying me directly, thank you, or donating the cost to any charity of your choice. So this way you know that I'm not biased and you can enroll in the course without paying me a single penny. Instead, you could just take the course amount, $225, donate it to any charity of your choice, take a screenshot, send me the receipt, and I'll enroll you in the course. So if you want to use 6FP to learn the copy conception system, then here's how I recommend you go through it. Step 1, go through steps 1 to 3 at once, all learning, no applying. Step 2, come back and follow the steps to build a promo of your own. Step 3, repeat step 2 until you're a rich man or woman. If you don't want to use 6FP, no biggie, but you still need to learn a proven system, so go out and find somebody else or another course you can use to learn a system, not rehash principles. That's very important. You want to learn from a course that is teaching you a proven system for writing copy. You don't want to take a course that is just teaching you more copy principles. $10 books are better uses of your money for principles. Learn a system, not principles. So after you've learned a winning system, then it's time to come back and analyze the copy you've been encoding. In other words, it's time for phase 2 of step number 2, aka the copy analysis framework worksheet that we skipped over in the last step. So at this stage of the game, you'll actually know all you need to know to adequately analyze winning copy. So now is when you want to add that to your routine. Here's the copy analysis worksheet again. Remember, it comes from phase 2 under step number 2. You can refer back to that for more information. So this concludes step 3 of the copywriting protocol. Let's do a quick and dirty progress check. At this point, you want to move on to step number 4 after you've learned the copy conception system or another system of your choice. Have watched me use it to build a 6-figure promo from scratch with step-by-step instructions and analyze 3 pieces of winning copy using the copy analysis framework worksheet. Once you're done that, then it's time for step 4, which is to write. Okay, let's do a quick recap of where we're at. At this point of your copy career, we have learned the principles of good copy by reading 1 to 3 copy books, encoded at least 3 pieces of winning copy, and have started to program our brain with the structure of good copy, learned the copy conception system or another system for writing winning copy, seen me apply the copy conception system and create a 6-figure promo from scratch, and used the copy conception system to analyze 3 pieces of winning copy. And this is fantastic. The amount of progress we made with steps 1 to 3 is insane and worth years and years of the slow and frustrating way. So now that we have done all the above, the next step is to use what we've learned inside 6FP and apply the copy conception system to consistently write copy. After all, this is the entire point. You don't learn how to play the guitar just by consuming, but through playing. Same goes for copy. Only reason we learn the principle, structure, system is so we can use all that to write. This is ultimately what makes us good, because now that we know a proven system, the more we write, the better we get, and the better we get, the more money we make. A quick and dirty useful copy heuristic is you can gauge your skill level by how much money you're making. A good copywriter should be making at least $200K a year, minimum. If you're not making that, then spend more time following these steps and writing, aka improving your skill. Okay, the question now becomes, what should you write about? I'll explain in just a moment, but first it's time to make a commitment, the 180-day commitment. Before you start writing, you want to make a simple commitment to yourself. What's the commitment? You're going to write at least 50 words of copy every single day for 180 days. Why at least 50 words? It's nice, simple, and easy. Something you can do even on your worst day. Our objective is to build a streak and change our mental psychology from novice to an actual copywriter, plus hone and build our skill using the system. Why 180 days? Because life should change for the better every 180 days, aka 6 months. Learning copywriting and applying it daily for 180 days is more than enough to completely change the course of your financial life forever. So make your 180-day commitment now. Here's how. Step 1. Fill out and print the following and keep it by your desk. I, insert your full name, commit to writing at least 50 words of new copy every single day for 180 consecutive days because, and now insert your personal reason and make this compelling and real. I also commit to not judge my copy or chase another shiny object and break this streak until the 180 days are up. Step 2 is you want to set up a simple tracking system. So download a habit tracker app on your phone, use a physical calendar, use a Moleskine notebook, whatever. But each day you want to complete at least 50 words of new copy a day and keep track of your streak. Alright, now that you made your commitment, it's time to write. So what should you write about? Here again, people just do random shit, but I like to be quite strategic. Meaning, we want to start with simple assignments and then slowly but surely move into the real world. To do this, we use the following phases. This is the natural progression for getting good at copy and making lots of money. Phase 1 is very simple. It's Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace copy. This is where you start. It is the easiest place and is designed to have you making money with your copy in the shortest amount of time, plus it's a lot of fun and very easy to do. Here's how it works. Step 1, go through your house and find things you no longer use. Step 2, take a picture. Step 3, use your copy skills to craft an irresistible offer. Step 4, use your copy skills to write a compelling headline plus body copy. Step 5, publish on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Then sit back and see how many responses come in. If you do this right, people will comment on how good your ad was. Then sell the item and rinse and repeat. Now, obviously, you're not going to get rich by doing this, and that's not the point. The point is to simply make your first couple $1,000s just by doing this. It's a nice way to ease into the copy world because it builds your confidence, helps you gain real-world experience, and it's also super easy. It's easy because when people are looking to buy things on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, they're already ready to buy, so copy isn't really needed. Instead, the offer is what counts. So it's easier to move product with no copy, but still, it's a great way to first get your feet wet and start making money with your copy. After you run out of things to sell in your home and have made at least a couple $100 with your copy selling things on Craigslist and Marketplace, then move on to phase 2. Phase 2 is control copy. In the next writing phase, you want to jump on the internet and find people who are currently using copy to sell their products. Some relevant places to look are ClickBank, Gumroad, Teachable, Kajabi course sellers, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook ad library, and so on and so forth, plus TikTok. Once you've found somebody, you click around and study what they're currently doing and task yourself with the following hypothetical writing assignment. I'm going to assume that this person hired me to rewrite their copy in order to boost conversions. I'm going to rewrite this copy using the copy conception system. Then you write. Dig up info on the target and market, craft your elements, and write following the system. Headline, lead, body, close. You do this to practice and hone your chops. Treat it seriously and like it's a real writing assignment because it very well can be. So now you want to repeat this daily for a couple of weeks. After you do this for a couple of weeks, you'll start to think to yourself, holy shit, this is actually low-key fire. Once you have this thought, you should continue with phase 2 and also move on to phase 3, 4, or 5, whatever is relevant. But personally speaking, for best results, I recommend following these next 3 phases in order. It's what I personally did and will have you making money hand over fist in no time without much risk. Phase 3, outreach and client copy if relevant. Take the piece of hypothetical copy you wrote that you think is better than the person's current piece of copy and find their contact info, social, or email. Then use your copy skills to craft an irresistible, highly personalized cold email or message that showcases the piece of copy you wrote, plus get them to schedule a call with you to discuss more about their copy needs. Repeat this step, writing outreach copy, testing new angles, crafting personalized messages until somebody bites and you start getting paid clients. Personally speaking, I recommend starting off by trading your piece of copy for a percentage of sales. Test this at no risk. If it converts better, give me X% of the revenue generated. If it doesn't, you don't pay me anything. Once you get paid clients, keep writing outreach copy to get new clients using the above approach, but now you'll also be writing real client copy for the real world. This is great because now you're officially a paid direct response copywriter. Well done. At this stage of the journey, you can continue to repeat this step and just write copy for clients. Zero in on a niche, carve out your name and positioning until you make 100K a year if that's what you want, or until you get the itch to pursue more lucrative projects. Friendly note number 1 is most people don't like working with clients, and I get why, but it's a great way to get a real-world MBA in online business. I personally started out like this and learned so much about different niches, verticals, business models, what works, what doesn't, while making multiple 6 figures. And then I used all that gold to kickstart phase 4 and 5. Friendly note number 2 is not everybody will or should complete phases 3 to 5. Some people prefer working with clients and can just stick to that. Other people like affiliate or drop shipping and can stick to that. Other people like building their own brands and can stick to that. Whatever you prefer based on your goals, but personally speaking, I prefer to do all three in order and eventually settle on building my own offers and brands. Phase 4 is affiliate and e-com copy if relevant. So after you've written copy for clients and have started generating real results, you may get the itch to venture out into your own. This is good. I recommend starting with affiliate or e-com dropshipping. Here's how. 1. Find winning products that are already selling. 2. Evaluate the current copy and find holes, niche improvements, copy improvements, offer improvements. And step 3. Use the copy conception system to write tighter copy for a specific market. Then launch, tweak, and win. Phase 4 of writing thus involves us venturing out and writing real product copy for affiliate and e-com products. Every single day, you want to be constantly writing new ads and test those on a daily basis. That's the highest ROI action in Phase 4. Phase 5 is own offer copy, if relevant. So after making money with phases 3 and 4, you may start to realize that this is fucking awesome and making low to mid to high 6 figures and even low 7 figures is great, but I want more. This thought naturally lends to Phase 5. Here you'll leverage the copy conception system and your built-up writing skills to produce your own offers and brands. Follow the system step by step and write. I'll have a video on how to do this. It's what I call the copypreneur business model in a future video. But as of right now, that's what Phase 5 entails at a very high level. So at this stage of the journey, you should be writing daily and making real money as you slowly start to work your way up the phases. Don't rush this, take it slow and steady. Some people spend years in each phase stacking major cash as they slowly build up to creating their own offers. Others jump in quicker and figure shit out as they go. While you're doing this, you also want to incorporate step 5 of our process to really put things into overdrive. So let's cover that now. Step 5, ship often and get feedback. What's step number 5? Shipping and getting feedback as much as possible and as quickly as possible. Meaning with every piece of copy you write, you want to ship it, aka put it out there, and also get real feedback on it so you can improve your skill set. The 2 types of feedback you should strive to get are the following. Number 1, market feedback. This is really the most important. If you write a piece of outreach copy and you're getting good opens and people are booking sales calls, then that's good feedback. If you're writing a piece of copy and your click-through rate is 3 to 5% and people are opting into your landing page, that's good feedback. If you're sending people to your sales page and they're buying, that's good feedback. If you're producing content and growing your social profiles, that's good feedback. This is the most important type of feedback because it doesn't matter what I think or what anybody else thinks. If the market is buying, then that's the best feedback and the only one that really counts. So keep a close eye on what the market is telling you. Use this feedback to refine, adapt, tweak, and get better. The second type of feedback is mentor feedback. Here you can find somebody who knows direct response copy and has generated real results that you want to replicate, or you can join an advanced copy mastermind. Here you can pay them to rip your copy to shreds so you can improve and grow. Doing this will improve your copy skill set far quicker than anything else you can do, but this is something that you want to do after you've completed the above steps in order. So there you have it. That's the full 5-step protocol I put countless newbie copywriters and entrepreneurs from Twitter through that has taken them from 0 to making at least 100K per year, with most making well beyond that. Now, those are the 5 steps, and I made it seem easy, but the real work is in actually applying these steps. Truth of the matter is making your first 100K is the biggest bitch in the entire journey, and most people just get stuck thinking about it, and they just think themselves to death without ever really doing anything because they usually lack clarity and direction. It was my hope with this video to actually get you in the arena by sharing with you the 5 steps that you can apply starting tomorrow to actually start working towards clearing your first 100K with copy. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Your friend Tej, and the link to this doc is below this video. Cheers and have a fantastic day.